So I really debated making this video. I know I normally do a critique this week, but something really kind of perturbed me in regards to Adobe right here. And yeah, here's why Adobe kind of really pissed me off. Now, I'm really so blunt about this subject because I feel like I got gypped in the long run. And, just disclaimer, this is me I just don't understand the model. And the whole thing is, this is with Adobe's CC, their Creative Cloud, where basically now they are basically choking you, forcing you to get in that program and start using that and paying your monthly subscription. Now, once again, I had videos before when this first came out, and I said I don't like the business model. I think it's really a ripoff, and it's come true. And now it has happened to me. So basically, I've been using Adobe Photoshop CS5 for a long time now, and they've obviously gone through CS6 with newer cameras. You get all the newer stuff, and then they turn to Creative Cloud. But the issue has been, I use the D700, works fine in Photoshop CS5. It opens up in the Adobe Camera Raw. But now with like the D800, see, when I shot with Steve Kemp, you've seen him in a lot of my videos, he had a D600 and a D800. And this was a couple months ago where everything was fine. I had this Adobe DNG converter, which, if you don't know what that is, basically it makes it takes your RAW file from your camera, and you are able to convert it. So you're kind of like tricking the system so that way you can use a digital negative is what they call it, instead of it being like a negative like in a film term, but it's a digital negative. So it's like taking a copy of it but making it readable to the earlier things of Photoshop, so that way you can use the newer cameras in CS4, CS3, CS5, all that kind of stuff. And at the time it worked. We shot weddings, and I was able to download those images using the DNG converter. But it's been a while, and now I have my own Nikon D600 because I really wanted the video. And so tomorrow's video, you're probably going to see, why I was using that camera at the time. And I opened up a RAW file, and all of a sudden, nothing was working. My DNG was up to, my digital negative converter was up to, current. And so I was just not understanding why it wasn't working. As I said, this worked before. But it seems like Adobe put a restriction on it, and now if you don't have Photoshop CS6, you can't open up like D600, D800s. That's kind of the newer files around then. I think the D4 as well. I don't know if that's only on CC, but I'm pretty sure those are the three, since they're the newer type of cameras at the time. But you can't open them up. DNG will not read them whatsoever if you don't have Photoshop CS6 or Lightroom 5 or whatever installed. So now they have literally forced me. I've tried everything. I've tried the different camera raws and everything. Photoshop CS6 really isn't available. I'm not paying $1,000 for it either. But I've paid for Adobe Photoshop CS4 and CS5, and I've spent the money on those back in the day. And I feel like I should just be able to use them and, maybe buy the digital negative converter, something smaller, maybe for like $100, because that way I could still use the money that I spent. It's not like I'm getting a refund. I can cash this in to use for Adobe CC. But that's kind of the overall gist. I kind of got screwed in regards to being able to convert my Nikon D600 files. And now, I'm doing the free trial of the Adobe CC because I have no freaking choice. And I think Adobe really did a piss poor job at doing this. And once again, I'm not a big fan of the monthly subscription. I'm glad you can do the free trial like you can with any others, because I was able to convert the files that I needed for a job and for one of my videos. But I think it's absolutely bullshit that they basically force you to do CC now. And guess what? You have no freaking choice. So I'm pretty pissed off about this. I guess I'm going to have to do this now because I guess welcome to the new technology. I understand that if you have the newer cameras, and I understand the consumerism aspect where even Apple does it. They put out a new phone and they give you a new freaking charger or a new pin, because that way you can't use the old one. Listen, I get it, I understand, but Adobe should be smarter than that, and I guess I should be smarter than that too in regards to knowing that something like that would have happened. So I got screwed out of it. I want you guys to know that it's a possibility that can happen to you when you're getting a new camera. Adobe, What in the hell are you thinking? That really, really sucks. So I know I kind of ran through the whole thing. It's because it really did hit me hard, and I'm like, it really kind of just threw everything through a loop. So now I got to go through CC, learn everything new. That's fun, that's exciting, but I'm really pissed that that's subscription based and I don't have the physical copy. So I just know there was a lot of complaints about it. I wanted to say why Adobe really pissed me off recently, and I was stressing out about it because now my workflow has really changed a lot, kind of in the way I want to do things. So that's what I got. Wanted to make this video. What are your guys' thoughts? Has this happened to you? I know a lot of people had complaints. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye. Adobe, you really, really did piss me off.